I'm not a football fan, but I rep for the Blues West from Villa. When I'm on mic, I'm iller. I don't know why some man act so bitter. MCs get yam like tortilla. Who is it? It's the Black Godzilla. Don't know man, a man's after the thriller. From 90s, yeah, I've been a winner. From 90s, yeah, I've been a sinner.
Yo, this is Slick Don, and right now you're watching I Think I Like It on UTV. Jeez.
How are you? What do you know about Romania and I don't know, the hip hop scene over here?
To be honest, I don't know much about Romania because this is my first time here. But recently, since I've got here, I know that they're down with what we're doing in the UK, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah. They're on it, they get it. So yeah, man.
You've started making music a couple, I don't know, 6-7 years ago.
Yeah.
Then you had the break, and now you're pounding music again, man.
Stronger than ever. I started to get on the scene like 7 years ago, and that's when I started to take music seriously, because that's when I realized that people want to hear my story and they want to hear more from me. So I started to take it seriously. I had a break. I wouldn't even call it a break because I was still working and I was still making songs, but it's just about sometimes real life shit happens, and that gives you the inspiration to talk about more stuff, and that's exactly what happened. I could have made 100 songs within that time, but like when I do songs and when I create art, I'm so careful about it and picky that like everything what I'm saying is the truth, and it's, do you know what I mean?
You're from Birmingham, right?
Yeah, Birmingham.
It's harder to have success as a Birmingham MC than a London MC.
Yeah, it's always been like that. But slowly but surely things are starting to change. I feel like people like myself and a few other people from Birmingham, and not even just Birmingham, from different parts of the UK, they've stood up and they've told their story, and people from London and wherever else are starting to recognise that it's not just London that's got talent. There's a lot of other people in the UK that have got a story to tell, and they've got something to say. So I think things are definitely changing.
And there are hundreds and hundreds of grime artists. There's a hard competition in this music industry, yes?
Yeah,
grime industry.
Yeah, there's bare MCs, like there's so much competition you can't even fathom it. But I think when you're an MC and you care so much about the art, it's not about who's doing whatever else. Like me personally, my competition is myself. I don't look at other MCs and think, I need to do better than him or I need to do better than her. Like, if I see someone doing good and making something of themselves, I'll congratulate them and big them up, because at the end of the day, we all come from nothing and we're just trying to rise up and make it out, you get me? So, yeah, but there is a lot of competition, but me personally, I don't watch it. I've never watched it. You just gotta stay in your lane and focus on what you're doing. That's the best thing to do, man.
I saw that to have success as a grime artist, it helps if you're part of a crew.
Yeah. I have been in a few crews. I have been in a few crews over the years, but I've always still done myself. But back to the question, I think being in a crew helps, but I think different things work for different people, and I don't think you have to be in a crew. But yeah, I don't think it matters. I think if you've got a good set of MCs around you that you think are sick and you work well with them, make a collective and boss. But I look at it like I came into this world by myself. I appreciate people who are around me and stuff, and people that have helped me along the way, but I don't feel like I need anyone. Does that make sense? You should never feel like you need anyone. You should always be able to rely on yourself, because at the end of the day, you can only rely on yourself. People will let you down, and so yeah.
Feds, always on my case, always trying to stop me, always in my face. It's because I'm young and I'm a 93. Obviously, Obviously.
A couple of years ago, I read an article that said that authorities in UK, police or something like that, are against grime events.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah, that's a big thing.
Why is that?
It's just because they don't. To see black youth coming up, doing something good, changing their life. Because I feel like a lot of feds, not all feds, but a lot of feds are corrupt, and a lot of them don't want to see people who used to shot drugs or do something that they perceived as negative, then change and do something positive. So when they see that, they try and stop it. Actually, I've had one show I've had 2 shows in the past that have been locked off due to feds because, we don't need to get into it, but
I want to know, man.
I had a show like a few months before that, and something happened at the show, nothing to do with me, but some violence happened at the show. So because of that, and because I was headlining, they just said it was my fault, even though I had nothing to do with it. I'd done my job, I'd done my performance. It was people, everyone, well not everyone, but it was people in the crowd that were misbehaving. They could have done it outside, but that was the reason. But I just think it's all bullshit. They use that as an excuse to turn it around and lock people's shows off and lock off what people are doing. And it's bullshit, to be honest.
How does rappers, grime artists,
Yeah.
react to the police forces who are shutting down those events?
End of the day, they're feds, so they're gonna have more ruling over anyone else. But I feel like the grime scene, it's very big now, and there's a lot of people that have influence, and everyone together as one. The police can't stop that. They can't stop it anymore because there's too much people doing good things, and it's proven now. And a lot of people are starting to see that and think, why the feds locking the shows off for no reason?
Yeah.
Because it's no reason really, like just using any excuse to lock the shows off. So yeah.
What's coming up in matter of music from you?
This is the first time I'm saying this, by the way, but I'm releasing an EP at the start of 2018. So yeah, that's going to be my debut EP. I haven't released an EP before.
How is it called?
I haven't actually got a name for it yet. All the songs are done.
How many songs?
5.
5 songs?
Yeah. Either my label or a label that I release on at the moment called Bad Taste.
This year you've received an award from Momentum Music Fund.
Yeah.
What did you do with the money?
I used it for my EP. I'm not going to say exactly yet what I've used it for because the EP is not out. So I want people to feel the experience when it comes out rather than just tell you what I've used it for. You know what I mean? But yeah, we got PRS as well because that money's done a lot for me.
Gun fingers in the air, what's that? Brat, brat, brat. Hear my flow, shake your head back. B-R-U-M-I, rep that. Gun fingers in the air, what's that?
When can a grime MC can say that he's made it?
That's a mad question. Well, I think success comes down to it's not about how other people feel about you. It's a psychological thing. So if you think you've made it inside and you're happy with your life and how you are, I think you've made it. But like I'm happy with how I am and everything, but I know that I've got a lot more to do in my career. It's just a thing where like how you feel inside, and I don't think I've made it yet because I've got a lot more to offer and I'm just taking my time at the moment. But when I release this EP, brat. Trust.
When, man? When?
Starting next year.
Yeah, January, February.
January.
January.
Yeah.
Wow.
Start the year with a
pretty
bang.
fast, man.
I know, man. I wanted to release it this year, but yeah, it's not the right timing. I'd rather release it start of next year. But that's what it's about, man. It's about it's about having, if you ain't got anything to say, there ain't really any point doing music. Like, I feel like anyway, I feel like to tell the best story and be the best you can be, you've got to have been through and experienced stuff that a lot of other people have experienced, because then they'll be able to relate to it. Like, there's a lot of MCs that I see their videos come out and that, and I listen. I'm not judging anybody, but I can tell that they haven't got a background story or a lot to say. They're just kind of doing it. But I'm not judging anybody, because music's free for all. Like, if you like music and you've got a passion for it, do it, man. Like, that's what it's about. Like, just get involved.
The beef is important.
I think that's definitely important, because it keeps people on their toes and it causes excitement. However, I don't think it's needed anymore. If you make a good song, that's what it's about. Like, but I do feel like the beef thing is important, because it causes excitement.
It's all going up. See me in a bits with some fly ones. See me in a bits with all my dons. I'm not the one you wanna ride on. I tell a man ride on. If he ain't real, that's not my gun. Made in Brum, not Taiwan. Got them brownings and white ones.
What kind of music did your parents used to listen when you were a kid, and how did that influence your music, your career?
My mum would play music, but she'd play like Whitney Houston and that. That had a big influence on what I do now. But I think my dad playing music had the biggest influence on what I do, because he always used to play music in the house, like every day. He still does now. People like Al Green, Barry White.
What are their thoughts about what you're doing with your music?
My parents, at first, because they couldn't see like what I was doing, I don't think they had anything to support. So like, my mum used to tell me like, go and get a job and stuff, because she couldn't see me. Like, I tell her I'm doing a show and that, but she never seen pictures or anything.
Did you call them on your shows?
Nah, I don't, you know. But my mum has come to it. My mum came to a show. I was so shocked, because I was on stage and I was performing, and then I looked into the crowd and I seen my mum like that, and she was wearing one of my t-shirts which says, "I want to take a Bum Browning home." So I was so shocked. I was like, "Mum, what are you doing here?" Like, I didn't say this to her, but I was thinking in my head, what are you doing here? Like, I didn't invite you. Them times I was like, not shy, but I didn't have as much confidence as I do now, which is why I probably didn't invite my parents to my shows. But I'm actually glad that she came and seen what I did, because that opened her eyes and made her see that I am actually serious about this, and it's going good.
I think it's a plus for you too, man.
Yeah, definitely.
There's your friends and they appreciate what you do.
Yeah, that's the best thing in the world. Like to hear my mum say that she's proud of me, like, I couldn't ask for anything else. That's all. I'm happy with life. From my mum's proud of me, I'm happy with life.
SLICKDOM, that's what it is, my dog. Take your wife, you sing, my dog, and I don't even wear in my dog. Let the thing ring, my dog. It's not a thing, my dog. I go in my dog. Sexy girl, them wanna sing my song.